Hello, and trying to do something a little new because I've been kind of in the mood to play some Zelda. So I figured it might be kind of fun to give Wind Waker a go because I haven't played this game in forever, and Wind Waker HD is kind of the reason I even got a Wii U, and I haven't really played much of it. So sorry, I'm trying to adjust my mic while I talk, so it's probably horrible. Anyway, figured I'd give this a go. So this is obviously on my very real Wii U that I own. I dug out of my basement because who used their Wii U? So I was gonna go with Link, but decided, since it's for the channel, let's use the username. Gonna gonna start right away. Look at the cutscenes. This is but one of the legends of which people speak. Long ago, there existed a kingdom where a golden power lay hidden. It was a prosperous land, blessed with green forests, tall mountains, and peace. But one day, a man of great evil found the golden power and took it for himself. With its strength at his command, he spread darkness across the kingdom. But then, when all hope had died, the hour of doom seemed at hand. A young boy clothed in green appeared as if from nowhere. Wielding the blade of evil's bane, he sealed the Dark One away and gave the land light. This boy who traveled through time to save the land was known as the Hero of Time. The boy's tale was passed down through generations until it became legend. But then a day came when a fell wind began to blow across the kingdom. The great evil that all had thought had been forever sealed away by the hero. Once again crept forth from the depths of the earth, eager to resume its dark reign, or whatever that said. The people believed that the Hero of Time would come again to save them. But Hero did not appear. Faced by an onslaught of evil, the people could do nothing but appeal to the gods. In their last hour, as doom drew nigh, they left their future in the hands of the fates. What became of that kingdom? None remain who know. The memory of the kingdom vanished, but its legend survived on the wind's breath. On a certain island, it became customary to garb boys in green when they came of age. Clothed in the green of the fields, they aspired to find heroic blades and cast down evil. The elders wished only for the youths to know courage, like the hero of legend. I know that voice kind of changed near the end there, but, tried my best. I don't really It might have been horrible. I can't tell. So I'm sorry if you had to sit through that if it was, but no. I'm not a professional voice actor. I'm just having fun. I love this game. This is one of my favorite Zelda games. Um, I remember when the original version came out, how many people were like really negative about the art direction. Yeah, they didn't like the cel shaded look. They didn't like the cartoonish visuals. I was like a kid, so cartoons were the shit. So cartoon Zelda like seemed amazing to me. I didn't really care about like the art direction of Ocarina of Time or Majora because while I knew of those games, I never really got to play them because everyone else in the house who played video games already had save files. So I couldn't play the games on the N64. So Wind Waker was kind of like a divine gift because it was a Zelda game that I could play and nobody else wanted to play, so I didn't have to ever worry about like save slots because mine was the only one. I got this game like the year it came out for like Christmas. If I remember correctly. I could be wrong, but I have like memories of playing this game around Christmas time. And I didn't check the release date of the GameCube version to like see if my memories line up or if I'm having false memories and like Berensstaining myself. But so that's kind of the reason why I'm like playing this game now is because it's like around Christmas time. This is a very like nostalgic game for this time of year for me. And once I have to troubleshoot a hardware problem with my real Wii U. Okay, that should be good now. Again, that is a very real graphics issue with my real Wii U that I'm using. I can, of course, produce a Wii U if anyone does not believe that I'm playing on a Wii U. So, yeah, anyway, like I was saying, this game's very nostalgic. It's my first Zelda game that I've ever played myself. Like, I watched family members play through Ocarina of Time and Majora. And Majora always had, like, this mystery to me. Because it was impossible for me to play, so I never really got to see the whole game until like much later. The game terrified me when I was a kid because of the like horrible pain that Link went through whenever you put a mask on. So kind of like had a fascination with that game for a while, and that happened with like a lot of keep yawning. It's like again, there wouldn't be a video if I wasn't yawning. But I keep, like, there was a lot of things, like, when I was a kid that scared me. And I kind of grew fascinated with because it scared me. And then it ended up kind of becoming some of my favorite games later. Oh, wow, she capitalized it for me. That's kind of interesting that that happens. Yeah, see that thing in the corner? That's my real Wii U. Anyway. Yeah, like Silent Hill 2. I watched someone play that when I was probably far too young to see anything Silent Hill related, and it terrified me. And I had nightmares for probably at least a month. Because, and I'd say at least a month, because like I was watching was watching them play, and I watched like the whole playthrough, and like I was so interested in the story, even though it didn't really make sense to me. Like I was like in elementary school. I'm trying to think. It couldn't have been much longer after this game came out to like put that into perspective. Um, so I want to say that maybe I was like in fourth grade, maybe third. So like I was like at most I was like 8, I think. So I was like mortified of anything Silent Hill related. And Majora's Mask kind of had something similar, but I didn't really like remain like scared of it for too long because it was Zelda at the end of the day, and I knew like nothing bad could happen because it's Nintendo. And there's like something like, even though Majora's atmosphere is so weird and like strange, that there's like something like comforting about there like still being like Nintendo characters, like like Majora. Like the world is like very like oppressive and like dark and gloomy. I mean, there's still like some light moments in it, but there's just like something comforting, especially once you unlock the ability to change the mask. Like just having Link there, you're like, if it's a Zelda game, there's Link. Link always wins against the bad guys, so like there's nothing to worry about. So that's kind of like what my mindset was as a kid, and then I never got to play it though. So I finally got to play a Zelda game when this came out, and it was my favorite for a very long time. I always loved that. I'd always like I'd come back here and like roll into the wall all the time. And I'm trying to think, because when I was older, I think probably around the time I was like in high school, I finally got around to playing uh, Majora's Mask myself. So that kind of became one of my favorites. But I still was like, I don't know if like it beats Majora's Mask, if it beats Wind Waker for me, because like, how do you beat your first Zelda game? Uh, and then I don't think it was until oh, okay, mad at me for CL targeting. I think it was until Breath of the Wild came out that I was like yeah, like this one's better. I am. There we go. Oh, it's because I'm pressing the analog stick. And I'm like going to stab. Now I'm gonna crack open my drink real quick. Hopefully it won't make noise, but who knows. Oh yeah, that really cracked open. I should have really done that before I started recording, but I got caught up in some other things first. So there's that. Also, once again, it's pretty late. I don't know how far I plan on getting. um, in this game for now, but I'm thinking, you know, I'll probably just try to like finish Outset Island and see where I am, and maybe I'll go through that other island. Remember that kid used to always be like a joke between me and one of my siblings. We always called him the snot-nosed kid. See, I don't know if I should read all the dialogue, because on one hand, I don't know if it'll annoy anyone. On the other hand, I don't know how tired of it I'll get, because I don't know, that's a lot of talking, and I don't want to like go through my drink so much. Trying to, you know, keep my mouth from being too dry from talking a lot. Anyway, so the reason why I'm playing this version instead of, like, say, the GameCube version is because, one, it has, like, quality of life features that I prefer. It has, like, the fast sail, and it has... You know, let's put that on R. It has... like widescreen support, like proper widescreen support, and it's generally just kind of easier for me to work with because it's widescreen. I don't have to worry about like trying to make like borders or something for the video if it's 4:3 and stuff like that. I like the button mapping of like a Pro controller versus a GameCube controller. This might be one of my most controversial takes, but I don't like the GameCube controller very much. I'm looking in the sky. Where the fuck? Where? I don't see anything. What? Oh my god. So yeah, I mean, there may be some issues with this versus, say, if I were to record it from Dolphin, I mean a very real GameCube. One of the things that I don't like about this version that you might be seeing very much of right now is the overwhelming amount of bloom. I'm not a fan of that. I don't really like it. But it's something that I'm going to have to live with if I play this version. One thing that I am interested in doing, maybe in the future, is I'd like to try the randomizer of this game. I've done the randomizer for A Link to the Past like once, and that was a lot of fun. And I was thinking maybe eventually I could do it for the channel too, because I think randomizers are always kind of like a really fun way to re-experience games that you've played before, and I've played A Link to the Past a lot growing up, especially when I was still in high school. I would get an emulator on my phone, like a Galaxy S4, I think I had. It was like the first like smartphone I ever had. Yeah, I figured I had to load like SNES ROMs onto it, and I'd play it with the touch screen, and it was horrible. But you know, I'd play games like my free periods and stuff. Oh, is this gonna be the same thing? Oh. I think I might have come to him too early. Or maybe I shouldn't have said yes. I can just... I like how they put it like in the corner. I remember having to like wait for like the A button icon on the GameCube to like flash. Oh, he wanted jump attack. I forgot what he wanted. Alright, got my free sword. Dojo bow. I said, yeah, B button. Yeah, A was like parry with the on the GameCube. Remember the thing like flashing like that. I don't know why I doubted that for a second. There's like all sorts of stuff you can do on Outside Island. I don't know if you can do it right away. I know it's there when you like come back. Like you can like crawl underneath your house and get like a rupee and that, but I think you have to come back later for that. The Moai out in the distance. Link looks so goofy when he doesn't have the shield. Yeah, I like the idea of the randomizer for this game because like there's so many like different characters that you can play as. It's like insane. I like, you know, they have Tingle. I think there's like Cloud. I think Squall's another one. They have, I think, like Morgana from Persona 5. Someone needs to make like a Jack Frost model. If they can get Jack Frost, I would be playing that like immediately. They also should add a who else should they add? I don't know. I'm thinking of like meme characters that I would love to have, but none could come to mind right now. But yeah, they have. I think they have like. Did I mention Snake? Because they have Snake. It's kind of insane. I think there's like Sans, which. I mean, I'm not a fan of Undertale, but. I guess, you know, more power to you if you're gonna play as the funny skeleton man. Oh, if you don't want a meme character, They should add Neko Arc. I'd also, uh, I would love to see Neko Arc as a character in Wind Waker randomized, or Neko Arc Chaos. If I could hear "Hey Taxi" in game, that'd be something special. I've always loved these pirates. They're such like doofuses. But they're still like good characters. Like they're like goofy, but they're not like annoying. Like they're like fun characters. I always liked the kind of nautical theme of this game. Uh, Especially like the pirates. I kinda wish they did more of that. Oh fuck. But yeah, moments like this, I've always really liked about this game too, because I think this game like really like helps Link like have a character despite being like a silent protagonist. Like between like his facial expressions and like the noises he makes, I've always thought Wind Waker Link really like stands out as like a character. Like he doesn't feel like just a silent protagonist. He's almost like like the it's the fact that he doesn't talk is like part of his character, but he's still like a character, which I always like. I've really liked. I don't know. Definitely one of my favorites just for that. I think now that like Link is, you know, like an established character, like in Breath of the Wild, like you can't even name him. I think we've got to the point where maybe he doesn't have to be a silent protagonist anymore, and he can have some character. Like I don't hear him talk all the time. Like don't be like Isaac Clarke. But you know, if he had some moments where he talked where it meant something, you know, I guess kind of like a character like Master Chief would be like the kind of almost silent protagonist that comes to mind. I I think that would work. I also love the postman. He's such a Chad. Like, shut up. I'm gonna berate these pirates. And he's like, oh, while I'm at it. Like, he's not done. He's gonna go in on these pirates. Alright, 1 second. I do need to do a little something again. Okay, a little bit of a recording issue. Okay, I think that should work. So, I just had to fix a little bit of a difficulty. But we're good now. Or at least we're better now. Yeah, the recording setup's like a little finicky. Something I can live with for a little bit. Yeah, yeah, playing outside with the birds. Bum. I didn't capitalize my name, you keep capitalizing it. You see, like, look at Link's face there. I love how he still does, like, the item thing. Oh, it was a literal monster, to be fair. The Link's thinking, like, what kind of monster? Well, I mean, it was a giant bird. It was kind of like an actual monster. Like, Grandma, like, you don't understand. It, it was a monster. Alright, so, I mean, it hasn't been too long. I think we'll do a little bit of the Forsaken Fortress, too. Yeah, I'm gonna cry. Alright, I'm gonna cry, I'm gonna piss my pants. You know the rest. Is Beetle's shop always on Outset Island when you start, or is that just kind of like a funny coincidence? I don't remember him ever being around at the start of the game. Grandma can't go say goodbye with everyone else. It's like I probably could have gotten some more of the rupees, but you know, I always come back. I really love the music in this game too. I like how for the HD version, another bonus of the HD version is that it's not using like samples. Like they redid the music with like an orchestra, if I remember correctly, and it's really nice. And it really helps like separate the game. Like the original still sounds good to me. I still like listening to the GameCube version soundtrack. But like this version, like, is still really good, and I'm glad they didn't try to like re-record the new music with like samples like the 3DS remakes for Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask did, where it's like it's the same like I guess MIDIs. I'm not sure exactly if that's it. But then they just redid the samples, so it doesn't sound like quite the same. Like it is new in a sense, and like they remastered it, but it's not like super amazing. I've always like kind of like Nico too as like a character, even though he's like a kind of a weirdo side character. Just like his design, he just like he looks so scummy. Like I said, I think all the pirates are like really good, and I really like how much this game holds up. Like you don't really need an HD version. The GameCube visuals, especially like on an emulator, uh, when you like upscale it, like looks really good. And if you use widescreen hacks, it can look really good too. But I think the HD version just kind of simplifies that, and I think just the controller layout's a little bit better, and the UI makes it easier to read and stuff like that. But no matter how you look at it, this game looks great. Again, the biggest issue with this version is the bloom, and the lighting. Honestly, is still like the new lighting effects in the indoor areas. Like are pretty good. Like I don't mind the look of that, but outdoors the lighting, at least during the daytime, is so bad. Like it's like someone like told Nintendo like bloom is automatically good. But I think that was like a trend in video games when this came out. Everyone was like, add bloom, 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 bloom. I remember back in the day when I used to watch Total Biscuit. Uh, I remember bloom was one of like the biggest complaints that like he had with games, where like a lot of games were just like so excessive. Like the games just looked better when you turned it off, and it's still kind of true. And it is sad that we don't have someone like him still around in the games industry, because he was a really good proponent of like having good PC ports and just like I guess like consumer like rights with video games, and he was a really good voice for people or consumers in the games industry to have. Yeah, it does suck to have someone like him go early from something as terrible as cancer. That got like really heavy. Sorry. But yeah, I used to be like a really big fan of his stuff. I never watched the podcast. I just liked his channel. So. Anyway, speaking of PC ports, the PC port of Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade came out. Oh no, she's onto us. But yeah, that came out earlier today when I'm recording this, and that's kind of a mess in my opinion. I haven't gotten a chance to play it yet because, first of all, the price. It's like 70 US dollars. From what I understand, it's even more expensive in other regions. I think people were saying it was like $90 Canadian. Australian, I guess, would be like, I think people were saying like, I don't remember actually. It's because some people were saying it was like closer to $80. So I don't know if that's Australian. I'm not sure the exchange rates, how Canadian dollars compared to Australian dollars, like which one's worth more. But the point is, it's $80 American. It's more expensive in other regions. I think it's still like, I'm sorry, it's $70 American. $70 American dollars. So it's still more expensive elsewhere. I think people were saying it was like 80 euros. So like, I don't know what's going on. It's an Epic Games exclusive. So like, between the price and only being available on a single storefront, like just one of those would give people problems. But like putting the two together, like I don't know what Square was thinking. Like honestly. Like I know it was like $70 for the PS5 version, I think, and Sony's like trying to like really push that like games should be more expensive because they cost more to make, but like people aren't making more. So I don't know where this idea is coming from that we need to charge more for games. Um, and people already don't like the Epic Game Store. For me, I've always said Steam needs a competitor. I don't think Epic Game Store is the competitor they need because they are not very good competition. And I mean that because they're pretty anti-consumer with how they buy out exclusives, and like, sure, the free games thing is good, but that's really just to get people on their platform and using it. And like, having certain games locked on one platform sucks. Nobody liked it when EA did with Origin. Now look, Origin's bringing their games back to Steam. You know, games have timed exclusivity with EGS, so people wait for the Steam release. Happened with Metro, personally, in my opinion. And again, I'm not big on like if like it has to be on Steam. Like, I'll get my games on GOG when I can. Cyberpunk, yeah, I did buy Cyberpunk, but I bought that on the GOG version. And I'm going to be completely honest when I say I downloaded a DRM free version of the game to see if I liked it first. And I liked it, but I couldn't play with my current hardware at the time, and the bugs were just ridiculous. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to wait. I'll get a new PC, I'll wait for them to patch the game, and I'll buy it. And that's what I did. And I think if games are good, you know, piracy or, you know, won't be a problem. You can, if your game is good, pirates will turn to customers. Look at Darkwood. The devs of that game put out an official torrent, and just, you know, all they asked was if you torrent the game and you like it, please buy it, whether it's on sale or full price. You know, if you like the game, when you have the money, please buy it. And I think, you know, piracy is also avoided if you release demos. You know, I played the demo of Dragon Quest XI, and I liked it so much that I bought the game. Oh, fuck. I think I'm supposed to go this way yet. I don't remember. Or even Dragon Quest Builders 2. I did. Well, actually, I didn't buy the game because I liked it, but it hasn't gone on sale. Like, to the point where, like, I feel like I want to buy it. But I do want to like, buy that game one day, too. And the fact that I can carry my save over is great. Okay, I gotta do this. Oh yeah, so I think Final Fantasy VII Remake on PC is gonna see its fair share of piracy, and I think either Square Enix doesn't care, or they're gonna use that as an excuse to not release more games on PC, which is gonna piss more people off. But yeah, no, that price issue is a huge problem. The exclusivity is a huge problem. And I don't think people should be defending that. Again, it's I think Gabe Newell said that piracy is a service issue, and I think in this case is absolutely true. You're especially like right now, because of the what does everyone say? The current circumstances. I love how you have to say that. But basically, a lot of people are unemployed. A lot. Oh shit. A lot of people aren't making as much as they used to, for whatever reason. You know, inflation is high. So, you know, your dollar doesn't go as far as it used to. but they want to make you spend $10 extra on a brand new video game, and I feel like $60 was already like, oh, a price where I'm like, that's a little steep. I gotta really want a game to spend $60 on it. So now it's like, if it's $70 and if it goes up to 80, like I'm gonna have to really know I want a game, spend that much. And if you don't put out a demo, yeah, anyway, if you don't put out a demo, I don't know why I like paused to read that, but whatever. If you don't put out a demo, there's only one way that people are gonna really know if they want your game, and they're gonna pirate it first. And maybe just as an FU to you, because you decided to make your game $70 and exclusive to one storefront, they're gonna say, you know what? You're not getting my money. So have fun with that. And you know, it's gonna be another situation where, you know, companies are gonna cry about, you know, the evil gamers are stealing our game that we got paid crazy money to have exclusive on a single platform. Well, maybe you should have made it a little bit more accessible. But you didn't. Same problem I have with Nintendo with a lot of games, where it's, you know, they refuse to make games accessible. Their official emulators suck. Just look at the N64 on Switch. They're behind the curve so much when it comes to preserving their games and making sure that their games are playable, because not everyone has access to original hardware, you know, or that old hardware isn't gonna be like usable forever. Like, I don't play on my old SNES anymore because I don't want it to like get damaged. So when I play retro games like on Super Nintendo or NES, I use a retro duo. Is it the best way to play games? No, but I can use my old cartridges and it works. I've seen people say things like the retro duo doesn't replicate like the sound perfectly. And I've seen videos where people do like direct comparisons and like yeah, whatever retro duo they're using doesn't sound like the original. Maybe it's an older model because mine sounds pretty close. Like, I'm not even trying to like shill. Like, it worries me. Like, when I say that, like, I have a retro duo, people are gonna think that I'm like some like idiot with no taste and I can't tell like the difference. But like, honestly, mine sounds the same. So I don't know what's up with that. However, I do, at least for Super Nintendo, I do want to get a Super NT for that HDMI support. I think that'd be really great. Especially because I do want to capture some games directly from like the console, because I like playing with the controller. So I'd like to get the Super NT one day, but they're pretty expensive. They had one for the NES, but I don't think they make it anymore for a reason. Was it the Analog? Analog makes the Super NT. They made a Nintendo one. I don't remember what it's called. And they have one for, I think, Genesis, and one for Game Boy now. the analog pocket. So, which that sounds pretty cool. But I have a modded GBA, like the original GBA, with a backlight and a flash cart full of games. That flash cart supports NES as well as GBA, GBC, and original Game Boy. So I'm pretty set when it comes to what I want to have on like a portable game system. But Super, the analog pocket, whatever that is. I mean, if I didn't have my GBA, that'd be pretty enticing. Door to the outside. Right below the tower? I think that's the one I'm about to go into. Okay. But yeah, games preservation is a pretty big deal. You know, I think if you want to watch some good videos on like why emulation is important and why Nintendo sucks at preserving their games, their own games. Honestly, a lot of companies kind of suck at preserving their own games. I know I've kind of chilled his channel before, but definitely Meryl is a channel worth checking out if you're interested in watching anything about that topic, because he has some really good points. I know a lot of people don't like him because his videos seem to be all about complaining, but I think his emulation videos are pretty good. Am I dumb? Because that's the tower, so I need to get there. Door to the outside. It's been a very long time since I've played this game. My memory isn't really that great. So please excuse me if I kind of bumble through this. I've always not really liked the first time through Forsaken Fortress. Exactly, because it's confusing and the forced stealth kind of sucks. But there is like a map. I guess so. I'm gonna grab it. Grab. I don't really have to do this. Oh my god. I can't believe I just did that. So at least I can come up this way. Still don't know really where I'm going though. Oh, I guess this works. Going this way. Give me the map. Wii U gamepad. I'm using the Pro controller, bro. Plus. Alright, yeah, this is the prison area. I think I should still be able to make some fairly quick work of this. So, am I kind of not playing Bloodstained that much? Don't know why. I do like that game a lot. I think it's just kind of a game where you really have to have like a good memory and be focused, and my memory is not very great, so I get kind of confused and lost easily in it. But I do have some recorded that I think by the time this is out should be up anyway, so I'll probably end up recording some like soon. And I haven't played SMT5 in a few days because I guess I was just waiting for all the videos to upload, which I think tonight the last one did. Probably play that later. I know I kind of like put a whole bunch out at once, so I don't want to like, oh fuck. Fucking rat. But yeah. It's just good to take like a short break. Cause I kind of feel that, like, I have that feeling where it's like, I'm almost done, and I kind of don't want it to be over. So, I'm just not playing the game. But, you know, I gotta finish it. I can't keep people waiting. And I can't keep myself waiting. But also, I promised myself that I would not resub to Final Fantasy XIV until I beat SMT5. So, I do want to beat the game so I can catch up with the main story quest and finally play Endwalker. I finished like the original story quest for Shadowbringers, but I still have to do like all the update quests. So that's kind of annoying, but you know, I'll get through that and then I'll get to experience Endwalkers. A big reason as to why I waited for that too is because it's probably one of the biggest launches for any expansion in that game. Everyone I know who plays has been like waiting hours in queues to like get in, unless they play on like real oddball like times. So I don't really feel like waiting like that long of a queue to play the game. I actually had someone tell me that I need to hurry up and play Endwalker, and I told him if he wants to pay my sub to wait in a queue, then by all means he can send me $15. That shut that down. The stuff like this, I have such a hard time with because I'm really impatient when it like game. I don't know how I ever played like a Metal Gear Solid game when I was younger, because I used to be way worse when I was a kid. But yeah, I think somehow when I was like in middle school, I played through MGS2, and that became one of like my favorite games. I had the Xbox version, Substance, and and I that's a game where it's like I re- it's weird because I love the game and I actually haven't replayed it like I think ever. But I love it. But I think it might be like like I played through it a bunch like when I was a kid. But yeah, like I never like revisited it as an adult. Um, and like looking back, I kind of like regret playing MGS2 like when I was like so young. He's not gonna walk right into me, is he? Oh God. Because well yeah. So I kind of regret playing it when I was so young because like so much of like the themes and like what the game was talking about like went right over my head and like I've read like essays and like papers uh I don't want to say academic papers because I don't think it's really that academic, but like I've read like people talking about the game and like I like really appreciate like what like Kojima was going for with that, and I'm like, man, like if I was able to play through this game like when I was older and like could understand that stuff better, or really at all with some of it, like I think I'd appreciate it way more. Um, but maybe not. Who knows? Uh, but it's almost like creepy, like how on point Kojima was with that game versus like how things are now. Like it's almost scary. Speaking of Kojima, I gotta finish Death Stranding one day. But Death Stranding is like one of the reasons why I got a new computer, and I haven't like finished it. I do want to give that like a go. There's so many games I want to play. I always loved how like there's like the little orchestra hits in this game when you like hit an enemy. Like it's so satisfying. The joy pendant. I always thought that was funny how um moblins like is that a moblin? Boka Goblin? I don't know which is which in this game. But I always love how the monsters like drop like joy pendant. Grab this is the cutscene where you see like a little sneak peek of Ganondorf. And it is. Chuck him. Oh! That's the king. King of Red Lions. He goes, oh! I'm the king of red lions. Arr. I'm on a boat. Dull-witted. Chat. I love how chill Link is. Just like having a boat like lecture him about how much of an idiot he is. His name is Anon. I always like the design of Ganondorf in this game. Anything? To the Great Sea. I possess nose. I always love that. He's like, oh well, oops, I don't have a sail, so we can't actually set sail yet. This game has such good music. I was gonna say I love the music on this island, but I would be lying if I think... Well, I think I would be lying if I said that, you know, there's any island with bad music, but no. All these little side characters have so much, like, personality. Oh, you're busy? Oh, I'm sorry. Jeepers! Like, look at that guy with his exaggerated swagger. You know, look familiar, buddy. Are you some kind of tourist or something? If you are, I'll show you around. Why don't you join me for a little stroll around town? Our Windfall Island may be a little cozy, so to speak, but people from all over the world come here. This town's always lively. Aha, well, just walking around and having a look at things is quite fun. That's the mark of a great town. I don't know why. I just saw the word buddy and I was like, that's his voice now. That's the poor guy? I don't remember. It's a peaceful place, this here island. The people here would never dream of leaving their little paradise and setting sail on a voyage at sea. Know what I mean? Why, this town is full of faces that don't even show the slightest interest in the sails of a ship. Are we sailors the only ones? Has no one else set out on the great sea? Again, I don't know why these, like... Why certain characters are getting voices. Oh, this is the poor guy. I used to hate him because he looks weird and he follows you around and he goes, oh, if you please, young boy there, please help me. Please listen to my tale of woe. You know, I used to always pick this kid. Okay. Oh, my sweet, sweet daughter. My only daughter, poor Maggie. She was captured by a bunch of villains and taken to the Forsaken Fortress. What on earth could those... his voice has, like, gone through, like, 3 revisions already. I don't know, like... I don't know what to give him. What on earth could those scoundrels want with her? Are they just roaming around looking for young maidens? Are they evil creatures who delight in mischief? They delete mischief? Well, having a kidnapped daughter doesn't get you a single rupee, you know. Please, please save my poor daughter. This is the 4th revision of this character. I beg of you, here I stand begging. I hope you'll give those scoundrels in the Forsaken Fortress a good scare. No, I cannot keep a consistent voice for this character. I don't know what would like fit him. He's just like gross and old and poor, and I don't like him. I've never liked him. Not because he's poor, but because he's gross and maybe old, and maybe he's gross because he's poor, but maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, I always love just like roaming around this town. There's like the dancing guy. He used to always kind of creep me out. Give me like the willies, as they say. And there's this lady. And I don't know. It's just like asks you about her clothes. And I remember her, but I don't remember any of that. And then there's these kids, but they have the real exaggerated swagger. Like, just like look at them, like, and they like look at you, and they just keep walking, and they're like assholes, and they're like half your age, like, and they like bully you, like they harass you, like, like Link is being intimidated right now. He has a sword, and these kids do not care. This town is our turf. Actually no. Oh, this town. He would be like, this town is our turf. Turf of the world. Famous killer bees. Don't mess with us. Yeah, buzz, buzz. Honey detected. Honey detected. I need the buzz, buzz. Oh my god. I never thought I'd be able to like share that with the world. Honey detected. Here I am on a fucking Zelda video yelling it. Oh man. But yeah, I love this game. So I think I'll talk to the merchant here. I know what kind of voice I would do for him, but it might be a little insensitive. So I'm just gonna say my story is a strange one. I come across cursed seas from a land far away, a land where the blizzards blow violently, heading for this town called Windfall. Near me, my ship was torn apart by vicious winds, and this island is where I washed up ashore. There was one other person with me, yes there was, but I dare say he was immediately arrested based on his somewhat suspicious looks and thrown right in jail. Yes, locked up somewhere on this island. Needless to say, I'm really worried about him. Would you be so kind as to help free him from captivity? Indeed, it would be appreciated. I don't remember that, like, being a thing. People from all over the world seem to gather here on Windfall Island, all hoping to become successful merchants. I suppose you could say that this is the island where people and money come together, but you know what? Money is important, sure, but don't you think people need to open their hearts a little more than their wallets? I've been kicking around this crazy idea for a long time, and I've learned to stop and sniff the flowers along the way. See, not everyone needs a goofy voice. This guy... Alright, well... Alright, if I had seen him from the front, he would have gotten a goofy voice. Alright, so... I guess we can talk to this fucking nut job over here. Alright, listen. We all know the voice I want to do for this guy. His name is Top, and he loved dancing more than I love 3 meals a day. You will come to know me as the world's charismatic dancer extraordinaire. Alright, that kind of went from like one direction to like super nasally. Ready, guy? 1, 2, 1, 2. Say, guy. Why does he say guy? You know what I was just reminded of? Long ago, I met this delightful little guy who performed the most dazzling magic dance. A dance that turned night into day before my very eyes. I can remember the fabulous dance moves, but I just can't seem to get that intricate rhythm down. Do you think you know the rhythm guy? Yeah, alright, I did it. Look at this pig. Ring, ring, what? Do I have to rescue Tingle? I have to jailbreak Tingle to get the sale now. There he is in all of his tingly glory. Do you feel it? Yeah, it's an ASMR stream now. Do you feel the tingles? Does tingle make you tingly? Listen, I can't do tingle justice. I don't know what that was. This is Yoda now? Ah, CBT! I must crush my cock and balls with a rock. No, I need a sail. I'll crop with you. Yeah, I would probably lock Tingle up, to be fair. How do I rescue? How do I do it? He's a Switch. A Nintendo brand Switch. Remember Miiverse? Remember how everyone would like post like Link selfies on Miiverse? Become an item. Ba 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 bum, the Tingle Bottle. Yeah, see Miiverse, there it is. Just don't write anything unpleasant. Oh, so wait, I can't make a Miiverse post about how Tingle was arrested for publicly practicing CBT. Sounds like... Alright, let's see. What's in the back of the cell? Oh, okay. Do not receive. I guess it doesn't really matter because Miiverse is shut down. Ba, 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 ba. There's no Tingle tuner in this game. Rest in piss. You will be missed. I love the Miiverse cringe. I don't know if anyone... I don't know if those videos are still up. If you watch Some Ordinary Gamers, he had a series of videos about like reading like cringe Miiverse posts, and those are really funny videos. It's like, I don't know why so many people not only like use Miiverse as if it were like a legitimate social media platform, but why so many of them were so interested in like RP. They're like, alright, I don't want to like steal the shtick, you know, but you know, like the RP voice. If you ever watch like Flying Sauce, it's like all that comes to mind when I think of RP now. They're like, please RP with me. The Picto Box. You know, like you just go on Miiverse. Please, I need you to do RP. with me. I'll repeat. But I mean, like RP was all like Miiverse was. And then there would be like some people who are like you'd look at like some of like the hubs for games, and they'd be like just saying like the most like nonsensical shit. Or like it's really like unrelated stuff. I still think my favorite. It's a pretty like popular like post you'll like see spread online a lot of like a Splatoon like character, you know, in a lobby, like someone's character. Just being like, boy, this game is fun, but I wish like mom and dad wouldn't fight so much. It's just like it was like something like that. Like it was probably like somebody like just, you know, fucking around, but like so like it's kind of funny like that, but I guess if that's real, that's really sad. I don't know why this guy wanted me to rescue Tingle. Like he doesn't look very tingly. 200 rupees. 80 rupees. I guess I have enough. Alright, got my sail. Yes, you might sell you the sail. Oh boy. It's not a good stream video. I'd say stream. This is a video. I should stream again. No! Leave me alone! I already spoke to you. You smell and you're old. And you're icky. You smell of beef and cheese. Alright. Yes, I understood all of that. But I love how they didn't make me, like, get a sea chart. So... I guess I'll make it to Dragon Roost and save and call it quits for now. But man, I've been having a lot of fun with this. I forgot how much I love this game. I was kind of like having a toss-up. I was like, do I want to play this? Or do I want to play like Breath of the Wild? Because I've been really in the mood to play Breath of the Wild. And I'm like kind of really excited for Breath of the Wild 2, whatever the fuck it's going to be called. And I was like, you know, maybe it might be kind of fun to like kind of play that beforehand. But, I don't know, something about Wind Waker, like, I was just like, you know, like, I really love Wind Waker, and, like, this time of year, like, it's kind of perfect for it. Oh, excuse me. I don't know if that got picked up, but if it did, excuse me. But, yeah, it's just like... I don't know, I just, like... This is how I'm gonna capture my Christmas spirit, is... with Wind Waker. I don't know how that, like, equates, it's just the nostalgia of it. But... I was just, like, you know, around, like, the holiday, like, season, like... I think somehow I always like kind of associate like Zelda games with this time of year, because it seems like no matter what, like I'm playing like a Zelda game. Like this was one that I got, like I even got like the HD version and my Wii U like on Christmas. Like I got the original of this game. Ocarina of Time 3D, like, so when I first got Zelda 2, when I was getting to like retro games, I got that around Christmas time too. It was actually, I remember it was like, it snowed really bad. The roads got cleared up. I went to the retro game store. I picked up I think Zelda 2, Mario 2, and Friday the 13th. I think I've told the story about how I got Friday the 13th for free because I was buying Zelda 2 and the store owner was like so excited about it. So I got that, and it was like a really it's really snowy out. It was like mid-December, I think, or like it was really close to Christmas time. And then like it started snowing again, like real heavy, and like that game I have like a love-hate relationship with because like it was a lot of fun and I have like good memories playing it. But man, that game sucks. Like no, it doesn't suck. I'm not gonna say it sucks, but it kicks your ass. Anyway. Da 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 da. Fuck. Okay. Fuck. How do I suck at this so much? Very good. Alright, 4-4 time. Oh my god. Yeah, I forgetting the timing of it. My musical abilities have gone down. Anyway, here we are at Dragon Roost Island. So I'm gonna call it for this recording. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for sharing the enjoyment of this game if you did. I appreciate it very much. And look forward to more soon. Whether it be SMT5, this, or Bloodstain, I've got a bunch going on now. So I'll be able to keep the variety going. So take care and have a good one.